Hello, welcome to my Tech Fun. In this video I am testing a rotary roller Y-axis for the laser engraver. With this we can engrave some cylindrical parts. And this is manufactured by Atomstack, and this box is sent to me by Banggood for a review. Now I got a list from Banggood, so I could choose different types, and according to information on the website I couldn't notice any significant difference in operating. But according to the images, this was the only one which can accept a longer objects too. It doesn't have any limitations on the end of these rollers, so it can accept some longer objects. I can engrave some bigger parts like this one here. I'm very curious how it works and how it operates, how can I connect it with the Atomstack A5 laser engraver. But first let's see what's in the box. User manual. Cable, looks like for the stepper motor maybe. This must be some extension for the legs, so it will be higher. And this is that main unit. And looks like the box is empty. And this is what I was talking about, so I don't have any limitations for the length, so I can place here a longer object and it will stay on these rolling parts of the unit. Now actually I noticed that I have two cables here, and one side is equal. On this side I can notice a difference in wiring. This side is equal, and on this side only two wires in the middle have the different position. According to the manual, it is compatible with the Atomstack and R3 engravers, probably even more, but for these three are listed here. And no need for adjust the pulse, directory process and after the link. So this means probably that the tangential speed on top of these rollers is equal like the moving speed of the module. And there is the connection for the stepper motor, which is inside. I will start with lifting the position of the engraver using these leg extenders. For Atomstack laser engraver I have to use the white wire, and for Neo or R3 I have to use the black wire. I will unplug the Y-axis stepper motor cable and I will connect this wire to the wire which goes to the rotary roller. I'm preparing the laser engraver, connecting the power cable and the USB cable. Turn on the power and connecting with my laptop. I'm starting the Laser GLBL software. And no modification is needed in the software. The Y-axis length will be engraved along the perimeter of the cylindrical object. Let's check the maximal and minimal sizes. This is the minimal dimension. It's a little bit hard to measure because this is rubber, but I think it's a little bit more than 4 mm, 4.2. So I don't think it can engrave 4 mm in diameter. This Allen key is 4 mm from side to side. And you can see it falls through it. So probably 5 or 6 mm is the minimum with what can stay here between these two rollers in the minimum position. And now let's see the maximum position. Now the biggest distance is approximately 75 mm, but the diameter of the object must be really big because this is too close. Of course, if you have smaller diameter, then you will place these two rollers closer to each other. This is my first object for the testing, but as you can see now it is too small for this distance, and I can adjust the distance between the rollers. Now I have to set the focus, and for this, in this case I have to use this plate, and it has to touch the engraving surface. Now one more important thing I have to do, and that is to make this parallel with the x-axis. For this I will enable the laser, but in very weak strength. Now this roller is parallel with the x-axis on this laser engraver. I'm preparing the first file, which is the myTechFun text, which is rotated along the y-axis 90 degrees. Checking the boundaries, and actually the laser must be in the center of the rotating object. A better solution is maybe to move the gantry of the y-axis. Checking the boundaries again. And I'm starting with engraving. So my first work is mirrored. Let's try to rotate the roller. And now it is in correct position. myTechFun on toilet paper roller. And now let's engrave something longer, which is much longer than these rollers. Checking is it parallel with the x-axis. And I'm preparing a new file which will be almost longer than the length of the rollers, but it should be okay. And now boundary check, so pay attention that this engraver doesn't have the limit switches, and if I start the boundary check here, it will hit the frame. And this is the engraving process. And here it is, and actually I can use even longer design than the length of the rollers. The next object is this wood. I will just engrave my logo here. Let's check the accuracy of the y-axis. So I will now engrave the myTechFun text, but I want to do it from the edge to the edge, and the diameter of this cylinder is 40 millimeters, and I measured, if I multiply 40 by p, I got 125.6 millimeters, and I will see if I will get the text from edge to the edge. The text is here, and the accuracy and my calculation is correct. Next test, I have this screwdriver, and as you can see, this is not completely cylindrical, and the center of mass is not on the cylindrical part, so I printed this part here. This has the same diameter as this here, so I'm just curious, can I engrave something here on the holder? Maybe I could even reduce the diameter here. Okay, much better. And it came out great. This is my youngest daughter's chair, and she is a very big fan of the Minnie Mouse. On one of the image of this roller, they're engraving the can, so I'm just curious what can we do with this. Of course, depend of the strength of the laser, but let's try this 5-watt version. I hope it is visible on camera too, so the paint is burned and the logo is engraved. Now on the website they claim that it can accept objects down to 4 mm. Well, this is the smallest I have, 5.8 mm in diameter. Let's try to engrave this. First I move the rotary roller in minimal position, and after this I set the new focus. And then I prepare the file, which is actually much wider than the perimeter of the stick. And I engrave it in some kind of spiral path. And it really looks great. so the text is readable and written in this spiral path around the stick. And now my final thoughts. Well, my first experience with the Atomstack was this A5 laser engraver, which is not my favorite because of those additional vibrations when the laser module is in the lowest position, presented a few weeks ago. But this rotary roller works perfect if you want to engrave some cylindrical parts. And I really like that Atomstack take care about the compatibility too. So in case you want to use it with, I don't know, ortho laser engraver, for example, you don't have to do the rewiring of an existing cable, but you have additional cable in the kit. And I also like that this version can be used with much longer objects, longer than this roller on the product. In case you want to use this in a version of the engraver where you have two stepper motors on Y-axis, in that case you have to unplug both stepper motors and connect only one with this cable. In the near future, I'm very curious about Atomstack's new laser engraver. I got this a few days ago. This is Atomstack P9 with 10 watt laser power, so I'm curious what can this new laser module do, and of course I will test is it compatible with this rotary roller. So this is one of those products which I highly recommend if you want to engrave some cylindrical parts. I will place an affiliate link down in the description to the Banggood website. Affiliate means it doesn't cost you more, but I will get some small commission if you use that link for the purchase. And don't forget, the laser engraver is not a toy, it's a tool and you must wear some safety equipment. The most important are the safety glasses, and actually everybody in the room should wear this equipment, safety equipment, because the laser may bounce from the objects and that may damage somebody's eyes. Okay, that will be it from my side. I hope I could give you some tips with this product. Thank you for watching and happy engraving!